Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 14 Reunion Part 2. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows, and also reactions. If you're returning, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. So y'all, Marlo is still going on about her childhood traumas and the things she's went through and her not trusting men, and these ladies couldn't walk a mile in her shoes. Now, this is when Kenya says, you talk about the issues you had with men and not being sexual, but then you want to go around talking about Candy not being able to keep a man because her sex isn't good, and that's why she has to date below her tax bracket. I mean, like, that's true, because Marlo will come blow to blow with you, but then want you to feel sorry for her. She talks so much trash about Candy this season, and I seriously do not know why. But then we're talking about her kicking her nephews out, and she said that she chose the wrong words, because she is very blunt. It wasn't supposed to be like, y'all get the F up out of my house, I don't want y'all here no more. It was her thinking, okay, y'all gonna go over your auntie's house for a while so I can, relax, relate, release, so I can calm myself down, you can calm yourself down, and y'all can come back after a while. But the ladies is like, you just told us this story about how you was living in this nice foster home with a circle driveway and everything else, and how it felt for you to be kicked out of that situation. That's basically what you did to William and Michael. You brought them into this nice house, put them in this nice fancy school, had them wearing nice clothes and doing all these things that they hadn't been doing before, and then you just took that away from them and sent them over there to your sister's house, who was living in a 2-bedroom house when she already had 4 kids of her own and a man staying there. So you want us to feel sorry for you, but you did the same thing to your nephew. Sonya apologized to Kenya for making her feel bad about not having a date in Jamaica. They kind of sort of made up from there. They talk about Drew basically telling Sonya it is your job as a wife to give your husband a baby, and she doubled down when she went on Watch What's Happening. I was like, yes, because if you're not going to do it, somebody else is going to do it. Drew said she was trying to give advice, and like, if it isn't something medically wrong with you, then you should be giving your husband a baby. And this is where everybody differs. Like, no, that is not your responsibility. Just because your husband says baby now, y'all go with, commence to making a baby. It's like, no. She said that she didn't want no baby, and after listening to how she felt, and Ross was like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. And this is when she's like, okay, I'm going to have a baby. I'm not just doing it because my husband wants a baby. So where we at? Marlo always talk about everybody's business, but she don't want to bring what she done in her past, like going to jail for slashing some lady's face. Wait a minute. Marlo, she's like, yeah, I was in jail because I slashed a young lady's face. I was in and out of the foster care system. I was running with the wrong crowd. I was hanging out at clubs, and I got into it with this girl, and I slashed her in the face, and I ended up going to jail for 6 months. And that told me right there, I don't ever want to go back to jail. She was put on house arrest, but she still wanted to be at her parties, so she got violations for that. And another time she got in trouble with the laws because she wrote a check to the University of Florida, but since she had the wrong address on there, she got in trouble with that. But as far as anything else, those is the only times that she's been in jail. I don't want to go to jail for nothing. Not a thing at all. Not gonna happen. I know I had some people that it was some cousins, and they was, they like to steal, and I'm like, I let them know right then and there, if that's what y'all gonna do, Don't even ask me to come with y'all. I need to see that y'all got money on hand and that y'all go to the register, hand the cashier the money, and then they put it in the bag and give you a receipt. I don't want to be with y'all. I don't want to be with y'all and y'all stealing and I get in trouble and I ain't did nothing. No, ma'am, that ain't finna happen. Where we at? Wait a minute. And this whole Anthony situation, it is seeming like he just want to be on the show and want to be known. Because Sheree, they was like, she talking about some Anthony was never her assistant, but she got Anthony in her phone as assistant. And this is her mind frame. She's like, I got him in the phone as my assistant. I got like 15 painters, 12 gardeners, 4 cooks. So I was like, if that's their occupation, then that would seem like the Anthony is your assistant. But it seemed like Anthony out here lying because Drew has a recording of him saying he never said anything about Ralph. But Sheree put him on FaceTime and he said that he was never assisted and she don't owe him. And he may or may not have said something, but he don't remember. It's like he was on there to start some mess. He thought he was going to get some more shine on the show. And I think they only showed him twice. Yeah, so I don't think anybody should be trusting Anthony at this time. Now, as far as Sheree not paying folks, she said that herself. She feels that if the services was not to her liking, then she shouldn't have to pay. And I'm like, no, ma'am, that's not how it works. You can't just be like, I don't like your services because A, B, C, and D, and you still keep that product and you don't pay them people. Now, if you giving it back, that's a whole nother story. So, yeah, that was a boring episode. It really was. So, there was a just. If I left anything out about me, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. This for y'all day every day for $3.99. Make sure your notifications are on so my beautiful face puts up a video. You can click on it, you can like it and share with y'all people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. And tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.